Hello there. It's me, the OG SWD, your Star Wars dad. Let's go. We got a bunch of people on here. Hang on. Whoa! You guys have been talking. I'm late to the party. What's going on in here? Hang on a second. What is everybody's talking? I totally missed this. Let's see here. JJ Thompson, safely I won't be watching as I promised my family I would watch it with them. I get that, sadly. Nothing wrong with that. It's all about family. My family, they're all getting older and we talk about watching stuff together, then they go off and do what they want. And so I'm doing it, man. It's time. I'm an old dad. Michael Roberts says more lamps. Do we have to be subscribed to the channel to see this? No, you don't have to be a member. No. You should subscribe if you haven't subscribed, Michael. For the love. But no, it's not members only. This is for fun. This is for everybody. Anybody can join and watch. How long until Star Wars Hunters hits Android? We have no idea. I'm guessing first quarter, but I really don't know. I'm gonna go catch a Book of Boba Fett. Okay, all right, we'll see you, buddy. Yeah, sometime this year they say. We'll see. We will see. Go BYU, says Michael Roberts. Grandmaster Baroda is in the house. I don't do intros for watch parties. It just kind of interrupts and stuff. So yeah. So here we are. We've got 13 minutes and 19 seconds before we get started. As always, it's a little weird. Like I normally have my streaming software here so I can look at it while I'm talking to you, but now I've got it over here so I can watch the movie while talking to you. I got my OG headset. Wah, 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 wah. And I've decided I think today is the day to start referring to myself as the OG SWD. I don't think anybody else is calling themselves Star Wars Dad on the interwebs these days. So that's what we're going with. Unfortunately, I saw a couple of headlines. I try to avoid the spoilers. I didn't read anything. I just saw that Star Wars Theory did not like today's episode. I don't know, man. I just don't get all bent about stuff. I might not like it as much as the last one. I might like it more, less, whatever. I'm not really into canon. I'm not a guy who's just flipping out over that was canon, that was not. I mean, for me, the most fun I've had watching Star Wars since 1983. Well, I think of two. I think of two moments. I think of like the first 15 minutes of Revenge of the Sith and the last 15 minutes of Revenge of the Sith. Or those are maybe at the top. And then Mandalorian, especially like that first opening episode, but so much all the Mandalorian. I really like Mandalorian. Probably Mandalorian is the most fun I've had watching Star Wars since 1983, Return of the Jedi. But I had a lot of fun last week. Episode 2 was a blast. I really enjoyed getting to know the Tuscans a little more. I enjoyed like the tribal dance at the end. I thought was really important, and actually, if you were watching me on that, that actually kind of gave me chills and brought some tears to the eyes. So I really did enjoy that tribal dance at the end. It was really well conceived and put together. And I've seen the funny memes with is it Tamu Morrison? What's his name? Who plays? I always get his first name wrong. Teeny Tamara Morrison, yeah. So his teeth, where he's sitting on the speeder bike and smiling at those big teeth, those big white teeth. Somehow his skin got all disintegrated inside the Sarlacc, even though his armor was on, but his teeth stayed intact. They're beautiful, beautiful choppers. That scene with Luke destroying the droids was the Luke scene at the end of Mando season 2. I remember watching it with my son, and I was like, "Wait, is it Luke?" Because you knew something was starting to come. You're like, "Is that Luke?" And they show the X-wing. I'm like, "Oh!" And you could see R2 maybe in the X, and that was, yeah. When he came on board, I really wish they had played more of his, the Luke Skywalker theme from John Wick. Bum 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 bum, and of course that's been remixed on. I think there's a YouTube video about that. I wish they had done. I don't know why they didn't go with that. You own the rights to it. Just go ahead and do it. By the way, I gotta finish these squad arena battles for the new Sith Emperor Eternal account, or I'm gonna be behind. Oh, you think you stood up with the X-Wing? I was close, man. It certainly brought back memories. It faded a little bit when he took his hood down. You're like, oh, CG sucks. The CGI sucks. Now, since then, they've hired some of these guys off of YouTube, or at least one guy off of YouTube that was doing a better job than they were to make it look real, which is just crazy to me that somebody can invest maybe a couple thousand in technology and do a better job with it than they did with whatever gazillions of dollars they spent on Luke's CGI. But yeah, I love, yeah, that's the Luke Skywalker theme is the Star Wars gangster rap. It gives me chills when I hear it. That music just gives me absolute, like, it just drives into my soul. Now, I think that the best music ever in Star Wars is the Imperial March, and there's no getting around that. Mandalorian has a great theme. I love the Mandalorian's theme. Man, so much. I love listening to the original soundtracks from the original trilogy. The other ones, I'm okay with that, but the original trilogy, man, that's my jam. That's me all the way. So I don't know what's happened with everybody. Last night we had a long stream. I lost my patience a little bit. I feel like in Lego Star Wars battles, people are starting to catch up with me a little bit there. People are starting to learn the game, and I don't know if I'm falling behind, but I gotta step up the gameplay a little bit. But yeah, last night was pretty frustrating. I feel better tonight. Last night I was super tired starting the stream, and 3.5 hours later, guess what? I was still super tired. Still super tired. But I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this episode. It looks like it's 39 minutes. The last one was long. It was like 54 minutes. So I'm looking forward to see what happens here. I did see some posts and stuff where that Wookiee, what's his name? T'Challa. That's not his name. This is the Black Wookiee. I'm sure I'm going to find it here. Black Chrysanthemum. Black Chrysanthemum. He was in a comic book, I guess, with Obi-Wan. And I saw the art from that. It certainly did not look like Obi-Wan. You know, art is hard, man. It's hard to draw real faces in a comic book for sure. And I know I can't do it. So 7 minutes here. We're counting down 7.5 minutes, and we'll be watching Book of Boba Fett episode 3. If you're here, make sure to tune in at the end. I'll have my reaction and reviews. Of course, we'll get reactions throughout the episode too. I'm starting to get a feel for this. These are the first times I've really spent watching doing live watch parties, right? I've never done it before. It's a new thing. And of course, we're going to have the Hobbit watch party coming up sometime soon because people are donating. I'm amazed. As soon as that fills up, I'm scheduling it. We're going to go. I need to read the book though. I gotta bone up on the book because I have to remember all the things that were, that are in the movie that were not in the book. Because it's so awful. Eternals, I've heard some mixed stuff and I've heard some bad stuff, but I haven't heard any good stuff about the Eternals. I guess we could watch that. I mean, I'll watch it on my own, but I haven't heard anything exciting about the Eternals. Six and a half minutes. I'm trying to fill time right now. So yeah, I haven't heard a lot of great things about the Eternals. I don't really know much about it, so I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. But it's not getting me going. Hawkeye was pretty good. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier probably more than other people did. Loki was entertaining. I guess it opened up the multiverse a lot. It was interesting. He's a really interesting character. So you actually be able to watch along. All right, let's go, Adam. Yeah, I heard that Eternals was like a whole 2 hours of exposition and 30 minutes of fun. That's kind of what I heard. Just a whole lot of setup and everything. And I know that they're trying to set up like this big multiverse thing, and maybe Secret Wars as they're setting that up and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. It's cool that with all the Spider-Man stuff that we now have access to pretty much every Spider-Man in the multiverse, and that's pretty awesome stuff. All right, guys, 5 minutes. We're going on 5 minutes here, and then we'll get the movies. We'll get the show started. I don't know, Adam. What did you think of that? What have you thought of the first two episodes? I really did enjoy the second episode. I liked the first episode. The second episode really kind of hit home. I love the fact that they're giving Boba Fett some personality, and he's having to learn and grow in order to succeed, and he's making friends. That's kind of a curious thing, right? Like you never expected Boba Fett to make friends, but I'm sure there's some killing coming soon. He's gonna have to take care of business if he wants to be. What do they call him? The Domo something of Tatooine. Domo of Tatooine. A lot of heavy lifting and storytelling in the Eternals. Watch again. Ugh, ugh. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure. Again, I'm sure I'll check it out. I'm not excited to check it out. Cat is here. See. Scar, Cat is Scar. Cat says the Eternals is god awful. Now, he says that about a lot of stuff. Cat is a picky guy. He's a picky kind of guy, I'll tell you that much. I don't think I'm surprising anybody there. He is very selective. He loves The Hobbit for some reason. You're becoming less of a fan of the actor for Boba Fett. Well, I mean, he's old. You know, he was playing Jango Fett, and he was like 35 or 40 years old. How old is this guy? You know, back in the late 90s. Let me look up his age. Dude is 61. You know, when I look back, when dude is 61. I mean, how many seasons of this can there be? So I guess it kind of fits in with, because if you think of the fact that he took a bunch of damage getting out of the Sarlacc, which we're still kind of assuming. I mean, well, I guess we're not assuming it. He clearly took a bunch of damage getting out of the Sarlacc. Then I guess you can put him in there at 61. But yeah, dude is 61 years old, so I don't know what you want from him. I mean, he was that would put him like solidly like 35. When did Phantom Menace come? Well, he wasn't in Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones came out in 2000, right? 99 or 2000. So he would have been minus 22, but like 39 when that came out, and like 37 when they were shooting it. So yeah. There's a million storylines. Should have been a show so you could at least breathe. What are you talking about? The Eternals now? Are we back to the Eternables? The Eternables? The Eternables. Well, Ming-Na Wen, by the way, Ming-Na Wen is 58. I mean, they cast some old people in this, dude. They cast some old people in this show. Old people that look like young people. They look like they're in their 40s. I was just thinking about all the old people back from, I remember Cocoon with Wilford Brimley, and he was like mid-50s when that came out, living in they're just talking about him like he's old and dying. Leo DiCaprio's the same old age as Wilford Brimley when he was in Cocoon, which you guys haven't seen, but that Cocoon was a movie about old people, like literal old people. Anyway, No Way Home was great. No, the ending was amazing. Yeah, she's 57 or 58. Yeah, she's old. These are two old people playing these roles, dude. She's in great shape. I mean, she's clearly taking care of herself and making sure to get some stuff tucked under here. You'll see a lot of 58-year-old necks looking like hers, but whatever. The ending of No Way Home is amazing. It returns Spider-Man to what Spider-Man is supposed to be. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is supposed to be this unknown guy who's struggling against reality. He's not a wealthy guy. He's not well-known. He doesn't have all these gadgets and everything from Stark. He's just a guy. Just a guy that made some web shooters and an awesome costume, and he's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So we're returning to that, by all appearances, from the end of No Way Home. I'm fully supportive of that, 100%. I was so excited when they did that. I can't even tell you. I was super excited about that. You've been simping for a boomer? Are you into Ming-Na Wen? All right, guys, we're gonna get this loaded up here in a minute. Gotta get the speaker one plugged in over here, right here. There it is. Got to put on the OG headset with the microphone. Let's go. Let's get this going. All right, we haven't started yet. Yeah, I plugged in my headphone. Let's get these counters off of here. And get these timers up here. Hang on, I'm going to check the sound first. Yep, I got the sound. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get Boba Fett Episode 3 started. I let the previews keep running just because otherwise the timer gets all whacked up. Yeah, that's 120 years of humans right there on the screen right now. Is it the Dynamo? The twins. Test the mic there. All right, here we go, baby. Episode starting. The Lucasfilm Limited is up on the screen. Now we're looking at all the shiny red and blue Star Wars stuff. That's the spider thing. Droid spider. I don't know what it's called. I've always said a Qualish. Yeah, we were talking about the Gamos today. They're definitely different than they were in Return of the Jedi. They're much more They have a lot more dexterity than they did in Return of the Jedi, where they were just like blah blah. Hmm. That guy's weird. He comes in like saying. Anyway. Every corner and every building in this Mos Espa looks the same to me. Nobody wants to move to Mos Eisley. So he's hired a bunch of young thugs with cyborg body parts. All right. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Got back to the frog from Return of the Jedi. Okay, now we're going back to Tuscan. Oh, we're going back to whoa. Going back to Scarif. I was looking for the pikes again. Mos Eisley. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. That's a tough line to say. Villainy, villainy, villainy. We must be cautious. I do love the bantha action. Riding the bantha across the desert, showing the bantha. Yeah, a lot of good close up bantha stuff. Uh oh. Whoa, dude. Are all those Tuscans dead? You just killed Boba Fett's tribe. Ooh. Wow. That was fast. Become one with the tribe, become part of it. Now they're all dead. Is that his gaffy stick? Did he toss it? I agree, Adam. Bantha and Lego Star Wars battles be fun. Oh! The Wookiee's back. How'd he get in there? Toss around a 60-year-old man like that. 61? Oh! Brass knuckles with a charge. Oh, he just... Is he going to pull people's arms out of their socket? Yeah, he's trying to box. He's trying to box his ears. No, crap. Oh, his toe was shooting straight up in the air. That's kind of gross. She better hurry. She's taking her time. Oh, no, this is a kid. Okay. He just keeps beating the crap out of Boba Fett. Oh, no. Gamo's down. It's not a lot better than Wookiees in action. That's solid stuff. Is that another Rancor pit or is that something different? Old man in his diapers. Yummy. It's like Indiana Jones. R5 unit. No, the twins bring a gift. How convenient. Tita, Mishka, Jabaduhut. Accept this gift as restitution. A Rancor. Is it alive? They got it tied down. look, it's what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Hmm. Is it? So they're giving him a Wookiee and a Rancor? Does he get to keep the Rancor? What was that dude's name? What's that dude's name? I guess he keeps the Rancor. And that guy. Alright, I gotta look this guy up. Machete. That's not his name, but that was his name in Spy Kids, right? Uncle Machete? How do you know when they're threatened? They're quite peaceful unless threatened. I don't think so. Is he trying to get him eaten? Would that surprise anybody? This is not going to go well. Hmm. Yeah, see? Yeah. Some of this thing, they're going to eat. That Rancor's going to try to eat Boba Fett. Oh, look at all their pretty bikes. So he swapped out Gamos for a bunch of punk rock teenagers. I was okay with the Gamorreans already. Now I need to jump to these guys. Does she have to show him a gun? That's pretty easy. Poodoo. So, am I supposed to be rooting for somebody here? I don't. These. I mean, the kids say Boba Fett once. Whoa. Here goes the Cantina Band, guys. Jeez. A lot of people lost their food today. I don't think that's the character everybody thought was going to be in the show. Like, they thought there was going to be some Sith girl in the show. Those freaky dog creatures. Who's that slimy weasel guy in I can't the Suicide Squad? That weasel guy. There was a guy like that in here at one point too. Looked like he was walking back the other way here. Here's the Pikes. I mean, um, let me make sure there's no post-credit stuff. Credit. All right. Um, yeah, I mean, okay. I like the idea of the Rancor. So the Fets are leaving the planet because of the Pike. I was hoping for Crimson Dawn, if I'm being honest. I'll make pause this. Get the timer off here. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't know. What do you guys think? I always hesitate to say something was, I don't know, that didn't do much for me. So I think, so I guess we've rounded up the, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to put it all together. So he's in the palace, and what all happened? So when he was back with the Tuscan, he was dealing with the Pike, and he said, "I'm going to take care of these other guys on that are the biker gang." And he goes back to his village, and it's gone. Then he goes back to the city to visit the mayor after the Wookiee attacks him, and he's got this kids. Oh yeah, it started with the kids. I don't know. I don't care about the kids. I don't care about them. I feel like there's Did anything really happen that episode? we took a whole episode to set up a big war against the Pikes, but there wasn't a war. Like, we don't know what happened with the Tusken. I don't know, guys. I don't know where to go with that. It doesn't seem like there's much to it. I think I got it. Putting these markers down for timestamps. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't really get anything out of it, Adam. It's like, okay, so those kids were there. So one of the big themes in Star Wars is speed. In the original movie, you have the land speeder moving like Mach 2. The Falcon is super fast and does all these aerial acrobatics. You've got running through the hallways. The X-wings and the TIE fighter. Oh, the music's great. And the X-wings and TIE fighters are moving fast, speed. And when you go back to the Phantom Menace, you've got the pod racing. So I guess that those colorful scooters, which I'm not a huge fan of colorful scooters on Tatooine. Like, Tatooine's a dirty backworld planet. I guess it's supposed to stand out or whatever. And I guess I was supposed to be excited about those characters, but it seemed a little forced to me. It seemed like they were trying to force the kids down my throat to say these were people that are being taken advantage of by a wealthy merchant, and now we're going to root for him. So I don't really have a backstory at all. I mean, we don't know if you're going to give me those kids. You got to give me more about them, not just that they got charged too much for water. I mean, are these guys murderers? There's no fight scene there. They didn't really put up a fight at all. They just go back. Just not digging the kids. Anyway, with the speed thing, so there's that big chase scene through Tatooine where they're chasing the mayor's whatever concierge in a speeder, and it seemed like it was in slow motion. Like, none of it was really very fast. Those little scooters they were on, they were trying to be artistic. They were weaving in and out, one. That's what I'm saying, Adam. The car chase through Tatooine really felt like it was in slow motion. Like, we're watching Star Wars. We're used to speeder bikes through the forest. We're used to X-wings flying 5 feet above the water. We're just used to a lot of speed, and that was maybe the slowest chase I've ever seen. We're used to, like, even in Solo when he's driving that speeder around at the beginning. He's driving that speeder around Corellia, and he's doing turns around the corner, all the way around the corner. But he's kind of, there was none of that stuff. It felt like it was in slow motion, but they were doing the same kind of stunts with it. Like, here, these speeders moving slow, the speeders moving slow, everything's going slow, but he's gonna round the corner like this. I don't know. Felt like they just spent 39 minutes setting up a war with the Pikes. That's what it felt like. Where we could have just gotten straight to it. Like, if we're going to do that, let's just go straight to war. The Mos Vespas. Yeah, those are kind of Mos Vespas, aren't they? That's a really good, Cyrano, that's a really good compare. The Mos Vespas. They're driving around on Mos Vespas. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah. That episode felt like it was just, they didn't have enough content put together for 7 episodes, so they said, well, we need to drag one of these out. So maybe episode 3, because we know episode 2 is going to be like a banger, right? Episode 2 just like lit everybody up, and you love the thing. By the way, when is Boba Fett going to kill somebody or something? Is he ever? I mean, this guy's disintegrating people. He's upset that they're putting hot and carbonite. He just wants to blow things up. He's a super tracker. He's like a genius, and what's happening? He's just threatening everybody. All he does is walk around and threaten people. So I don't know, man. But I guess we're gonna get to somewhere with the Tusken. He's gonna get his armor back and all that stuff. Yeah, I didn't get much out of that. I felt like it was just a delay. Like, if he's gonna go to the war with the Pikes, let's just go to the war with the Pikes. Maybe he's in the palace and they just show up. But instead we have the Wookiees show up. Why was the Wookiee trying to hurt him? I guess the Hutts were like, well, if we get lucky and take him out, then we get lucky and take him out. But then they didn't, so then they said, oh, we're leaving. This is controlled by other people anyway. So I guess they were planning on going to war with the Pikes. I guess they were planning on going to war with the Pikes, but they didn't have anybody there to go war with. They got like those 8 people carrying their thing. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of boring and didn't go anywhere and didn't really do much for me. Unfortunately, I hate saying it, but that's how it feels. I don't think anyone's gonna go down in the annals of history as a great Star Wars television episode. I'm trying to think of some comparable Mandalorian ones. I remember that they kind of stalled Mandalorian on that ice planet that one episode just so they could show us some X-wings. Like they're like, here, look, there's X-wings and here's a pilot. So we're gonna land on this ice planet with spiders and just kind of stall it out for an episode. Watch Grogu eat, spider eggs or whatever. No, they weren't spider. They were eggs for that other thing. So yeah, I felt like it was like I was supposed to be entertained by the whole chase through. I feel like that was kind of the linchpin of the whole thing was this awesome chase through Tatooine where the kids are on their Moss Vespas chasing the mayor's uh, guy in the speeder, and then the girl's supposed to look really cool when and it was really boring. That was just boring. There wasn't much to that. So the hut thing was weird too. Like the whole episode was weird. The Wookiee just runs away. That didn't necessarily bother me. But why didn't Boba just recruit him? Just say, hey, you stay here. He's giving everybody else jobs. Why didn't he give the Wookiee a job? That Wookiee be much more useful than those kids. I'm guarantee it. I don't know. I feel like if you want to do something interesting and you want to make it more interesting, it should have been all about him building up to recruit the kids and or the Wookiee. Like show him putting together his squad. Like here's how he got his squad together, and the Wookiee's part of it and the kids are part of it. Not like we spend 2 minutes putting the squad together and then we spend the rest of the time stalling out to show that he's going to go to war with the Pikes. Like let's spend the whole episode recruiting his squad and make it something interesting, and let's get to know the squad a little bit. That's what I feel about that. What's this episode called? Episode's called Boba Fett Holds Court. And I don't know what that means. Details. I guess it doesn't tell me the title of the episode. But yeah, so I feel like if you want, that's how I feel it should have been. You should have had an episode where he's putting together this, he's like, I can't do this alone. Here come the Pikes at the beginning. So he flashes back. He's against the Pikes. His village gets burned. He's going to fight the Pikes there, or he doesn't fight the Pikes. He helps them. We go back to current world. The Pikes are coming. He finds out at the beginning. Then he goes and he needs some recruits, so he gets some recruits. Like the guy at the beginning was like, seemed like that was forced too. Like, I'm selling the water, and your people think you're weak, and blah blah. Like Boba Fett doesn't care what people think about him. Why would he? He doesn't care about that. He's not motivated by what people think about him. So I feel like they should have. I feel like that's what they should have. The running was hilarious. So you guys found the Wookiee running really hilarious. That's interesting. I didn't get a lot out of that. The biggest critique of Mandalorian was how stop every episode was go to a planet, do a side. Yeah, that was part of the problem with Mandalorian. Yeah, that you could have put that in there too. So he finds out so the episode starts, he's fighting the Pikes, he flashes back to more Pike stuff. He comes out, he looks at Fennec and he says, we're gonna need some help. Can't do this alone. Goes into town, he hears about a little rumbling gang full of these, young cyborgs, young brash cyborgs on their bright colored bikes. He gets to know them a little bit. They fight him. They fight to a standoff where he can launch his missile and kill him if he wants. But he says, I need you to work with me. We got bigger problems than each other. Then they work together. Then the Wookiee comes in and he's in the middle of it. And the same thing, just a lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff happened. Seemed like there was a lot of plot convenience in there. Maybe a lot of plot convenience today to keep everybody around, and not very interesting things, and a very slow chase through the city. And we got to the end, and there it was. So, I mean, it's hard, though. What are you going to do when your two main characters are a total of 119 years old together? 61 and 50. She's 58, dude. 58. I mean, I remember her on ER back in the day, back in the 90s. My wife and I were watching ER. I remember back in that show. She's 58. And he's 61. Yeah, so, I don't know. Didn't do a lot for me. We'll look at maybe next week coming around again to have a little more interesting. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up with that. I don't have much more to say. just kind of left you just kind of a little bit stumbling. I do think the Wookiee's a really good character. I can't remember his name. They said it. I even looked it up, but I like the Wookiee a lot. Actually the Wookiee was the most interesting thing about this episode, just him fighting, and I always enjoy any kind of Wookiee action. Is always a lot of fun, right? So I guess what we're setting up, he's got to fight. He's got to fight the Pikes. He's got to fight that biker gang back in the past. He's got to avenge this Tuscan family with the biker gang. He's got to come to some kind of uneasy truce with the Pikes in the past. He's got to come to the present. He's got to get all these guys organized to fight the Pikes. He's going to have to fight the Rancor at some point. The Rancor is going to be trying to eat him. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't really know what the stall was there. Like, why didn't the Rancors eat him right away? And I guess the Hutts have the Rancor. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. It was fine. I'm still on board for the whole thing too, Cyrano. So we'll see what the next episode brings us. In the meantime, guys, thanks for popping in. And of course, always remember... Whoa, hold on, Adam! Adam throws in a Hobbit donation. Let's edit this before we head out of here. Right in time at the last minute. Adam brings it home. We are now $87.50 away from Hobbit watch parties. And guys, if we get there before the end of January, I have no problem watching these in January. I need to make that a little bit bigger, don't I? Make it a little bit bigger. Hang on. Thought I just... There we go. Anyway. Hey, Adam, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the donation. Again, when we do this Hobbit Watch Party, the first episode is going to be for charity. We're going to do it for St. Jude's, and I'll donate the money at the end of the stream. 100% of the money, if it's too much. I mean, if we get a truckload of money, I'll have to wait till I get the payout from YouTube. But yeah, I plan on first. We're going to end up with the Hobbit Watch Party. It might be this month at the pace we're going, and sure, the first episode of Hobbit will be a donation to St. Jude. 100% of donations on that will go to charity. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for popping on. Until episode 4, and if you're watching the channel, until tomorrow night, I'll be here playing Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, the mobile version. So everybody have a good night, and always remember, Nooch too good.